Here we have a picture of what's called the gay activists. Now this picture is very interesting and it's very telling. Like I said, this card game was released in the 80s and also a majority of these cards were released in the mid-90s. So it's interesting how they have a picture showing gay activists. What is that portraying and what is that foreshadowing and alluding to? Gay marriage. And notice that the first country that approved of gay marriage was back in 2000 was the Netherlands. And after that, it was just a trickle of countries approving gay marriage. Of course, the most recent being America back a couple of months ago. Now, it's interesting. You mean to tell me that they knew about the gay agenda before there even really was one? They knew about gay marriage and everything before there really was the protests and everything? Were they planning it and staging it ahead of time? Of course they were, but that's not all they were planning. But I hope you see this and see that everything has been planned and staged ahead of time. The world and the reality that we live in has been staged. You are living in a dream unless you're awoke right now. This card is perhaps one of my favorites because it shows rewriting history, because everything you thought you knew, all the history that they tell you in your history books, they are all in fact lying to you because they've been written by the Jewish Zionists, the same people who call themselves the real Jews even though they're not, because even scripture says that they do lie, and they've been lying to you about their history and about whitewashed history for a long time now, haven't they? But you still think they're the chosen, don't you? You still believe every word that your history books and your textbooks and your professors and teachers tell you, don't you? Because of mind control. Because even scripture says they're not the real chosen. But not only that, they like to feed us the story of, oh, there was an ice age. Oh, a comet wiped out dinosaurs. Oh, the earth is 4.6 billion years old. You all seriously better wake up fast, because that is all lies, perpetrated by the same people who are rewriting and twisting and whitewashing history. Because last I checked, the original peoples of the earth were in fact black. That's not my opinion. That's not what I think. That is according to Egyptian hieroglyphics. That is according to Sumerian hieroglyphics. That is according to all those things. But what do they have to do? They have to keep you under a trance and keep lying to your face, because to fulfill their agendas of the new world order. They don't want you to know the real history and how it really happened. That's why they have to keep hiding biblical artifacts and everything else, because they don't want you to know the truth. But now that you're starting to see the truth, you can wake up and do the research on your own. Like I said, if you keep listening to what TV tells you, if you keep watching that idiot box, and if you keep listening to these Illuminati agents, well, your mind's basically going to get hypnotized, because that's exactly what is going on. They're even showing you that and telling you about the mental programming and the mind control that goes on behind closed doors, behind the TV. It's all subliminal. It's all subconscious, but you think it's still just nothing. You still think it's entertainment. I'm here to tell you that that is simply not the case. I'm telling you, nothing is ever a coincidence. Nothing just ever happens for no reason. Nothing is ever a coincidence.